everyone. We are going to show you guys some tips and tricks on how we warm up together as a quartet. What we try to do before we even get together, before we arrive at a rehearsal, is warm up a little bit on the way. There's a wonderful app. It's called Warm Me Up. You can get it on Android and on the on Apple iOS system. It's an awesome app. You can set the ranges you want, whether you want to be warming up high, low, in the middle. And then you can also set for how long you want to warm up. So, for example, when I go to work in the morning, it's a 20-minute drive. I set the timer for 20 minutes, and it does however many warm-ups it can within the 20 minutes in the range that I like. So it's a really wonderful app, and check it out and let us know if you have any questions. Once we get together, we will bubble through some highs and some lows. We'll do things on like a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 going down, or which would sound like, and we'll continue going down. And so forth. And a similar exercise going up, just so that we're expanding our ranges. Start in the middle range, go up, and then go back to your middle range, and then go down. And bubbling all around. So bubbling is a really great tool that we use when we're warming up. Next, we have a 4-part warm-up that we will do just to tune our ears to that 4-part harmony. We generally will do it around like an F or a G, or in that area in our middle range. So it starts off everybody on unison, and we normally pick a word that and we're matching up our vowel spaces and everything, and we'll pick a word that we use a lot in this song. One that is very common for us is we'll do we. So we'll start unison on a we. We, and then the tenors go up. Parallel octaves. And that's just the first part of it. So everybody unison, tenors go up, drop the octave together. Tenors are in the octave above, and everybody else, we go down the scale. So once we get to the bottom, you go back up, and we begin a peel off. So we'll start at the beginning and show you the peel off. Go back up. And then we'll just show you those chords really fast. So for basses, once you go all the way down the scale, you'll be on Do on the bottom. And then baritones, when you're going down the scale, you stop off. Leads, you hang on
both times, so you'll do the note that we all started on the peel off, and then we start on the same note for the 5 chords.
And then tenors, after you go down the octave, go up to the 3rd, are our chords, or notes for the chords. And this is what it sounds like all together, starting from the beginning. Go attempt to explain a warm-up that we do that was taught to us by one of our coaches, Scott Kitzmiller, and it's to match our resonant space and hopefully get that nice little ring right above our space. So there is a chart where there are various vowels, and then there's across the chart, and then the chart also goes up and down. So at the top, there's the bright, and then there's that middle, and then the bottom is more of a darker vowel. So for example, the first one, the 3 words that go along with it are last, lost, and long. So last is the bright, lost is the middle, and long is the dark. And depending on where we need to be together to get that perfect resonant matching, for example, I'm more of a dark singer. I naturally sing more on the long side, so I purposely have to bring my sound up higher to the last side to fit in with their other resonant places to find a happy medium in the lost area, the middle area. It sounds very complicated, but there are words that we use to find that ring, and once we find the spot that we need to be in, we have to keep that space no matter where we're at or whatever note or words we're singing. Yeah. I don't know if I explained that very well.
It's pretty complicated, so if you have questions, like it took us years to even start figuring it out. So if you have questions, like feel free to reach out. And
it's really good if you want to unify your sound. So if you find that you found a quartet with people who sing in a different place than you, or maybe you sing darker or brighter than each other, this can be really helpful in lining up your unit sound, and then you can kind of go from there with your songs and your repertoire. It helps a lot with unifying that sound.
Yeah, Melanie is pretty much the middle ground between all of us.
Which is convenient.
Yeah, she's brilliant. So we all just kind of have to click up or down in order to match with her, pretty much. Like, for example, I am the brightest singer in the quartet. Kind of funny because she's the darkest and she's the highest. And I'm the brightest and I'm the lowest. But so I have to click down in order for us all to.
And once we all find that spot, our sweet spot, all together, if we want, like say we're doing a phrase, shall we drift into the night, find a little beam of light, we'll all click down and
add a texture.
To add a texture, or if it's like a really like instrumental-ish sounding part, we'll all click up.
Yeah.
Like an acapella song. It's a little bit more of a bright feel, so we'll click into a brighter place. And it's nothing in your throat. You shouldn't have any change here ever. It's just in your vowel shape. You don't ever want to make yourself brighter by putting strain on yourself, because that's not healthy singing. So.
And you're learning the place that your mouth is to make that, and then you basically use that on every word, every note, every phrase
just
ever.
Here.
You're supposed to use like the same place, and you can still pronounce any single word in the same spot. So kind of cool.
We're gonna run through the exercises. The first set of words are last, lost, long. We mix them up. We don't sing the same words, but you'll notice that it all kind of
lines up. It
sounds
should sound the same, no matter what
as long as our resonance is where it's supposed to be.
We need to find our spot and sing our words into that spot that we know. So last, lost, long.
Last, last, long, last, last.
Then we pick the middle word, which is lost.
Last.
And you do it until you hear it.
Yeah. And you all work, you all adjust a little bit. Like it's a learning, like we're still figuring it out.
Yeah.
So.
And we adjust every time we are singing together, because some of us sometimes aren't feeling well, or we're feeling great, or we all aren't feeling great. It just depends. So the next set of words are
Let love love.
let love. Oh, sorry. Okay, ready?
They're my words.
Love. Oh, I heard it on that one. Our next set of words are
Live, learn, look.
live, learn, look, and when you And our last set
is an E, an oo, and then in the middle it's an umlaut, which is an E on the inside and an oo shape on the outside. So it's like a combo. And that's the middle target one. So.
And it might sound weird. It's what the best way to do it is sing E. E.
Kind of is like ew. Like
Yeah.
ew.
So you're
It's
singing.
how it feels.
Yeah, you should sing E inside and sing E, and then move your lips to an oo, but continue singing E. E.
So. And here's the umlaut. And that can be really helpful in certain songs if you sing like me and it's really like wide and you don't love the sound of that, you can kind of modify it to like not a moo, but you can add a little bit of the umlaut in there and it'll help with those harsh E or oo vowels. So that's usually what we do. And, we usually, like we said, try to come warmed up because it is important to warm up together, but you shouldn't be warming up your voices together. You should come to warm up your sound together.
Yeah.
So that's why it's really important to do that work before, so that when you get to rehearsal, you don't have to waste time warming up your voices. You can just warm up your sound and get right to business.
And with our schedules as nuts as they are, when we get together,
Time to get done.
Yeah.
time to get work done.
And the warm-up app that we suggested has a ton of different warm-ups, and even when we're like getting ready for the day, like for competition in the morning, we just put that on and we're just all listening and doing kind of warm-ups at the same time.
And you can customize on there
Yeah.
too. So if you have a really good like 15-minute warm-up that you love on there, you can go customize the exact exercises that you enjoy, and that can be like your we have a show today warm-up, or it's Monday morning after a long weekend warm-up, or whatever you like. You can customize them on there, which is kind of cool.
And
So.
favorite your favorite warm-ups. There are some that are like, but then there are ones that I'm like, oh, I like that one a lot, and so I just favorite it, and then I have like a set group of favorites.
But we hope we helped you. Make sure you're drinking lots of water and speaking with good vocal health, because that plays a huge part in what you can bring to your singing game. And we are excited to see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.